This is a review of the Craftsman 4-cycle tiller. First thing I'm going to talk about is this crappy little transmission here. It's going to have a terrible time if you buy one of these. I've used this for about 10 hours, and the transmission will slip. Actually, rather than transmission, the clutch between the engine and the transmission down here. It's a design problem, not a user error problem. The problem is they used a transmission and a clutch that was designed for a 2-stroke on this big 4-stroke here. You can't really do anything user-wise to fix that. It's a really, really terrible design flaw. And for the oil, you have this, which you have to be very careful not to overfill. They even have this big ass warning here not to. But the problem is, there's no dipstick, no markings, and it uses a really odd measurement. I think it's something like 3.05 ounces. And another problem is when you go to change the oil, there's no drain plug or anything. You gotta drain it from here. And it's not sealed anywhere around here. So when you go to dump out the oil, it's going to spill everywhere, get on your engine, burn off. Eventually it's going to create a thick enough residue to cause your engine to overheat, because it'll clog up these cooling fins. The gas tank is, well, it's really too small for any significant use. Does it start easily? Yeah, it does. And it's nice to have the off switch up here. Besides having a really, really crappy little throttle here, if this foam gets covered with sweat, sometimes I'll run into this condition where, because this fits nice and flush here, it'll kind of suction cup. And next thing you know, your tiller doesn't turn off. You gotta kind of pry this off, which isn't that big of a deal. Unfortunately, it usually happens when it's bucking and you really need to let the throttle off immediately. So, and I've only got a few hours on this. This little piece here, bent. That should be straight and it's not. So yeah, overall, I'd say just avoid any of these Craftsman tillers, because between the design flaw that originates from being really cheaply made and skimpy on every single possible thing, any of the tillers within the Craftsman line, you're probably going to have issues. Same issues or similar issues to this one.